You've done the hard part. You stripped the feeling words. You pinned down what goes in, what must come out, and how you'll know it's right. The task is finally defined. Sharp, checkable, the whole picture out of your head and into actual words. So here's the one move left, and it's so small it looks like it can't possibly matter. But it's the entire difference between defining a task once and having it run the same way forever. You write the definition down, in a file, not in your head. So let me tell you exactly what you'll walk away able to do. By the end of these few minutes, you'll take that definition you just wrote and put it somewhere it actually lives. So the next time you run this task, you don't rebuild it from memory, you reuse it. The AI gets the exact same instructions every single time, so you get the same quality every single time. And it stops doing the thing that's quietly been driving you crazy, re-guessing what you meant, fresh, on every run. I'll show you why that happens, why writing it down kills it, and how a written definition doesn't just hold steady, it gets sharper the more you use it. Here's the trap, and it's an easy one to walk straight into. You've got this clean definition in your head right now. Inputs, output, done. And the natural move is to just leave it there. You'll type it into the AI when you need it. And the first time, that's fine. You remember it perfectly because you just wrote it. But the second time, you're a few days out and you phrase it a little differently. The third time, you're rushing and you drop the part about how you'd check it. By the 10th run, every version of this task is slightly different, not because the task changed, but because you're a little different each time you re-explain it. And here's the thing about AI. Different instructions produce different output. So you're right back to inconsistent results. The exact problem all this precision work was supposed to fix. Now put that same definition in a file, and the whole problem just dissolves. The AI reads the same definition every time, the same inputs named, the same output shape, the same bar for done. Not a version you reconstructed from memory under time pressure. The real one, word for word, every run. So the output is consistent, not because you remembered perfectly, but because you didn't have to remember at all. The file remembers for you. And that is the actual mechanism that turns a task from a one-off you re-improvise every time into something genuinely repeatable. Let me make it concrete, because this is easy to nod along to and miss. Say the task is the meeting summary you defined earlier. 5 bullets, each one a decision or an action item. Action items name the owner, skip the scheduling chatter. That definition is maybe 4 sentences. Leave it in your head and run number 1 is great. Run number 4, you forget to say skip the scheduling. So the AI dutifully includes a paragraph about who's free on Tuesday. Because you didn't tell it not to this time, even though you told it last time. Run number 7, you're moving fast and you say summarize this meeting and nothing else, and you're back to the generic mush. You started the whole module trying to escape. None of that is the AI being unreliable. The AI was perfectly consistent. It gave you exactly what you asked for each time. You're the variable. The file takes you out of the equation. Paste the same 4 sentences every time, get the same clean 5 bullets every time. And there's a cost to re-explaining that people miss, because it hides. Every time you rebuild the spec from memory, you're retyping the whole thing. The inputs, the output shape, the done criteria from scratch. Once, that's nothing. But do it across a dozen different tasks, a few times a day, and you've quietly rebuilt the exact friction you were trying to get rid of. You're spending your attention redescribing work you already figured out how to describe. The file kills that too. Define it once, paste it forever. The thinking you did this module, that was the expensive part. The file is how you stop paying for it again and again. Now here's the part that makes this genuinely powerful, not just tidy. A written definition compounds. The first time you run it, the AI gets one small thing wrong. Say it leaves in a bit of the small talk you didn't want. So you add 1 line to the file. Leave out small talk and side chatter. And now it never makes that mistake again. Not less often. Never. Because the instruction is right there in the file, every single run. Next month, you notice another rough edge. The bullets are too long. Add a line. Keep each bullet under 15 words. Every miss becomes one more line, and every line is a mistake that's now permanently fixed. Sit with what that does over time, because it's the real prize. That file slowly becomes a record of every lesson you've ever learned about how this one task should run. It gets sharper, tighter, more reliable the more you use it, while a definition stuck in your head stays exactly as fuzzy as the last time you happened to think about it, and quietly drifts the moment you're tired or busy. There's a bigger version of this idea that people like Greg Eisenberg talk about, that your accumulated context becomes a kind of moat nobody can copy. Because 6 months of hard-won, tightened definitions isn't something a competitor can just clone overnight. But you don't need the grand version to feel it today. At the simplest level, write it down, and it compounds in your favor. That's a real piece of why the people who get serious about this start to pull away from the people who don't. And I want to be honest about what this is, because it's the same thread that's run through this whole course. This isn't busy work you do, so the AI behaves. This is the work, the real work that makes AI actually reliable instead of a slot machine. There's no version of this where you skip the writing down and the multiplier just figures it out. You doing this, capturing the definition, tightening it, keeping it current, that's you inserted exactly where it counts. The AI does the doing, you do the deciding, and you write the decisions down where the AI can read them. That's the deal. And it's the whole reason your results get better while everyone else's stay random. This move also has a bigger name, and you'll meet it properly if you keep going into the method. It's documentation, not the boring kind nobody reads, but the useful kind, where the project's real knowledge lives in files the AI reads, instead of trapped in one person's memory. What you just did, taking a single task definition and putting it on the page, is that entire idea in miniature. You've been doing the thinking all along, getting the work out of your head and into pieces and definitions. Writing it down is the bridge from the thinking into the system, the part that makes the work hold up and repeat, not just once, but every time, across everything you build. So here's your move, and it's small. Take the definition you wrote, inputs, output, done, and save it somewhere you'll actually find it again. A note, a doc, a file. It honestly doesn't matter which, as long as it's out of your head and somewhere you'll reuse it. Then, actually use it. Next time you run that task, paste the saved definition instead of retyping from memory. And here's the habit that separates the people who compound from the people who don't. When the AI gets something slightly wrong, don't just fix the output and move on. Fix the file, add the line. That's the move that makes tomorrow's run better than today's. And with that, you've closed out defining what good looks like. Step back and look at what you've actually got. You strip the feelings, you pin down in, out, and done, and you've written it somewhere it'll run the same way every time. Your AI tasks aren't just precise now. They're precise and consistent, and they get better with age. There's one module left, and it's the payoff for all of this. You've defined the work. Now you hand it over. You give the AI a real task. You train it like a sharp new hire on day one, and you see exactly where this whole skill has been leading. I'll see you there.